Hello and welcome to a video on PCB Tracer. This is an instructional video on aligning your printed circuit board photographs. Alright, PCB Tracer is available at pcbtracer.com. It's a web app that runs in your browser with no installation required. Alright, let's get right into it. So create a new project in the File menu. I'm going to call it Align. Browse to a directory, pick your parent directory, click Select. It creates an align subdirectory and an align.json file, which is the project file. Click Create. There's your file name, and it adds a date timestamp automatically. Go to your images directory, load your top image, and load your bottom image. And now we want to reduce the size of this because it's flowing over the size of the canvas. So I'm going to just go to the magnify tool, which I can get to by hitting M, and then I hit Shift, click. This is the magnify tool. If you hit Shift, it goes to zoom out. All right, and then we have these set view features. So you can preset views from 0 through 9. So you have 10 preset views. I'm going to hit X0. Now this is my home view. And now I'm going to hit M for magnify, and I'm going to click over here, and I'm going to hit X1. Now I'm going to hit H for the hand tool, that's over here, so I can move stuff inside the canvas. And I'm going to hit X2. So now we have 0 is our home view, 1 is our top view, 2 is our bottom view zoomed in, right? And now I can hit the cycle tool here, and now we've got automated cycling between the top image and the bottom image. Top is on the left, bottom's on the right. And if you turn off cycle, let's go 50% transparency through the top image, looking at the bottom image. Next thing to do is go to transform images. This is the dialog box that has everything that you need to align your images. First thing we're going to do is going to select the bottom image. I'm going to horizontally flip it because we want that image to be the equivalent of an X-ray rather than the photographic view of the image. All right. Now I'm going to turn on the cycle tool. I'm going to go to view 1, and I can see the holes don't quite line up. It looks like the bottom image is to the left and down. So I'm going to go to bottom image, and I'm going to nudge it. I'm going to use the arrow key. So I hold down the right arrow key, and I'm shifting it to the right. And the up arrow key, shift it up. And now I can hit S to get back to select, and then M for magnify, and I'm going to zoom in on some of these places where traces go from the top to the bottom through a solder joint. And I'm going to go nudge the bottom image, nudge the bottom image, and it looks like the bottom image is to the right and down. So there we go. I use the arrow keys to shift that over, and right there, that looks pretty good. How about over here? Looks like the bottom image is a little low, so up arrow. And that looks perfect right there. Okay, go from view 1, view 2. Here's some other joints here. I hit M for magnify, I can zoom in. And you can see, not quite perfect, but looking pretty good. So I can do nudging the bottom image again. Looks like bottom image is a little bit to the right. Yep. Let's go back to view 1 and zoom in over there. That looks pretty good. Looks like there might be a little bit of rotation, so we can hit rotate bottom. And let's see, rotate it bottom a little bit left. All right, let's go back to view 2. That looks really good there. And I can hit H for the hand tool, and we can move around and take a look at some of these things. So like M for magnify, zoom in, we can see a trace going from top to bottom right there and meeting right there. It's perfect. Over here looks really good. All right, H for the hand tool and just move around. Here we see some transistors. You can see the 3 leads of the transistors being soldered on the bottom of the board. Here's a power resistor. You can see the solder joint in the bottom, and then this lead that gets soldered right here and then goes off to the power transistors. Here's some more leads that go from top to bottom and back to the home view, and you can get the overview. If there was anything really out of whack, you would be able to see it here. Things look pretty good. So you can see in a matter of minutes, we've got them aligned using the built-in transformation images tools in this dialog box. And so we've got a horizontal flip, vertical flip, depending on how you take your photographs, how you load them in. Nudge tool, scale tool, rotate, slant, keystone. You can also turn this image grayscale if we want. That's helpful when you're putting these objects on the drawing, the vias, the pads, the traces, the components, because they're colored and they'll show up better. You can always turn it back to color using this transform images dialog. There's also brightness and contrast, which can help if you wanted to. Let's see, I'll turn off the bottom. I'm going to look at some things on the top. And I'm hitting a magnify tool. Just zoom in here, and maybe need a little bit more brightness or contrast to read some of the details on the printed circuit board. Back to 0, the home view. Let me just show how some of these tools work. So scaling, we're going to scale the bottom, and so I can hit either the up and down arrows, so up, 2, 3, 4, I'm scaling it up, 3, 4. And I can go more slowly with the right arrow key. You can barely see that, up and down with left and right arrow keys, so you can scale at a much finer resolution with the left and right. Rotate, same thing. I can go up and down arrow keys to do fast rotations. Or I can use the right arrow keys and left arrow keys to make smaller rotations. Slant, let's see, so do things like this. If your photograph is not taken at the perfect angle, you can get some slanting effects, up and down, different ways to slant, right? And then keystone, same thing. So you can squeeze the bottom, the top, let's see, left and right. Okay, so you have all of those built-in tools. If you take the photographs carefully, and I'm just using my cell phone, and I have a magnet inside, or a plate. I put a magnet on a piece of stick, and I put that above my desk, and I can just mount my camera on that stick and look down on my desktop and take these photographs. These days, you know, our cell phones have incredible cameras, so if you get the right lighting, you can do this without any expensive equipment. Just load it in the software and get your images aligned. So that was the point of this video, and we'll have other videos on other features. There's many features in PCB Tracer. It's not just a drawing tool. It's object-based with many properties. It's very data rich. Can create net lists and so forth. So we'll have videos on that later. So thank you for watching.